So we chose the network, which is XDC Network, which is very fast. The transactions are done within 2 seconds. The gas fee is practically negligible. So that ensures that the price of the gold is not fluctuating too much due to the blockchain that we are using.
Welcome back to another episode of XDC MENA Podcast, where we talk about blockchain, projects, innovation, and of course, the XDC Network. So joining us today is Jignesh Ved, the founder of ComTech Gold, and of course, Ritika Bhardwaj, who is heading the operations and HR works in ComTech Gold. So today we will be talking about digitizing gold and the world of gold. So yes, welcome both to the XDC MENA Podcast. First question, if you can tell us about yourselves and what do you do?
Thank you, Rebecca. To begin with, I have started my journey, 30 years ago as a software developer and focusing on developing, solutions for banks, financial institutions, insurance companies, etc. And over the years, I have earned the skill of, building the robust software for this critical industries. In last 7 years, I have moved from the development to project management and leading, the operations and getting more and more, business opportunities for the organizations and trying to, build a solution for anything which can be sustainable and in a long-term manner. So you can say from hands off of coding till, the project management, driving into strategic growth. That's the whole journey which I've been through in the last 30 years.
Thank you for inviting me, Rebecca. I'm really glad to be here. So I have been an HR professional since last 16 years, working across the diverse industries internationally like academics, IT, trade finance, hospitality, and finally I have landed here in a very exciting and fast evolving space of tokenization and blockchain. At ComTech, I head all the operations and other HR activities, which allows me to broaden my horizon and enrich my experience in this dynamic industry. So thanks again for the invite.
Thank you for the wonderful introduction. So what a career growth that you had from software developer to a project manager and finally having your own venture. That's great job. And Ritika, it's kind of a new world to you, but I'm pretty sure you are learning a lot of things in comes to blockchain and the Web3 space. And I'm very curious, why did you even started ComTech Gold? What's the reason behind?
So it all started that I was trying to invest into crypto space with Bitcoin and other security tokens. At the same time, I was interested in investing into gold, but difficulty in having the gold going, buying a jewelry and then keeping it and buying coins or anything else was too much of hassle. And also in gold, I would say, the ETFs or any, bonds were too much of, there was a lot of onboarding and offboarding, charges and and there are minimum requirements that needs to be fulfilled. So putting all these things was kind of a stress to me. So then I just said, if there is something where we can, actually keep the gold at a particular space, in a secured vault or something like that, and then just transfer the ownership. How would that sound? And that's how, CGO was born. And we started the tokenization platform, to support the entire project. And this was very convenient and a secure way of having a digital asset, and it has the same value as the physical asset itself.
Nice. So it's really inspiring, hearing these founders, hearing the backstory of why they created the project. And it's always about making our lives better, making the world better. So yeah, on the second question, or third rather, what is the advantage of having a digital gold? Or what's the advantage of using CGO?
Let me tell you how the ComTech started. What was the purpose of the ComTech? Okay, at ComTech, we have pioneered the tokenization technology, specifically in commodities, similar to what FinTech has done. FinTech has, revolutionized finance with, merging it with the technology. The same thing we are trying to achieve over here by having the commodity merge with the finance. Okay, so here's how the physical gold are secured, stored and regulated vaults, and for each 1 kg bar, we mint 1000 tokens, where each token represent 1 gram of real gold. These tokens can be fractionalized as low as 0.01 grams, making gold ownership more accessible and feasible to end user, which has never been through ComTech. We just are not tokenizing gold, but we are bringing the security and the convenience of the digital asset to the world of physical commodities. CGO tokens are easily tradable with various blockchain exchanges like BitTrue, Bitmart, as well as in XSwap, etc.
Okay, so answering a question as to like the advantage of digital gold. So of course, digital gold offers a revolutionary approach to the traditional gold and the gold ownership itself. So to explain it more, I'll just put it in 4 or 5 points. The very first being it's easily purchased and stored. Traditional gold investment was often came along with storage costs, transportation costs, and other security costs. So with digital gold, this hassle has been taken care of, and now these overheads are just waived off. The second one is enhanced security through blockchain and transparency. So digitized gold is often recorded on blockchains, and when I talk of blockchain, it is ensuring transparency, traceability, and security, which reduces the risk of theft or loss. Third one being liquidity and the market reach. So as we know, digital gold can be easily traded on global exchanges and any specialized platforms, providing a high level of liquidity as compared with the traditional physical gold. Because it's digital, it's easier for the investors from the different regions to access it, and because otherwise they might be out of reach because of the logistical and the regulatory barriers. Fourth point is the portability and flexibility. So when I'm talking about digital, of course, with the help of internet, you can just carry it across anywhere. But unlike the traditional gold, which was physical gold, where you had the barriers of carrying it along with you, where to store, where to secure. And the last, I would try to sum it up as JP Morgan said in 1912, that gold is the only money, rest all is credit, which means that digital gold going on in future, with the help of digital gold, you can even buy yourself a coffee.
Thank you for that wonderful quote from JP Morgan himself. So yeah, Jignesh, thank you for explaining the approach of how ComTech Gold tokenize and fractionalize the ownership of gold. So 1 token CGO is equivalent to 1 gram of gold, right?
Yes.
All right. And Ritika, thank you for listing all the advantages of having or owning a digital gold instead of storing the physical gold. So yes, for any investor, right, security and transparency is always crucial. It's very important. So as an investor, what are the steps that CGO does in terms of securing this physical gold that is backing the tokens?
Okay, so to answer your question, at ComTech Gold, what we do is, as Jignesh has already mentioned, we take the 1 kg of the bars, which are 24 karat, of course, and 4 nines purity. We keep them securely with Transguard, who is our vaulting partners. And these gold bars, they are backed up by the MCC trade flow warrants, ensuring that there is full transparency and traceability. So for each bar, we mint 1000 tokens, as again explained by him already. So each token is tied up with a unique bar number and the trade flow warrant, which is issued by the MCC, guaranteeing that every token is linked to a specific and identifiable piece of gold. So the bars are allocated, identifiable, and of course segregated which allows to maintain the complete traceability and security. So our CGO tokens are traded on spot basis, which ensures compliance with the Sharia principles, which is a key factor in commitment to our ethical investments. And we are really proud to have been awarded the Sharia certificate by Amani Advisors, which confirms that we adhere to the standards of Sharia principles. And to maintain transparency and trust, DMCC, Amani Advisors, and the auditors, they conduct the regular audits, which ensures that the number of tokens which we mint are equivalent to the number of gold bars we have as the physical custody with TransGuard.
A very detailed explanation. So yes, it seems like ComTech Gold is really taking security and transparency very serious. So you use the MCC trade flow warrant to make sure that the physical gold is there. And with vaults, you are using TransGuard, which is, I think, an Emirates group of company, right? It's very nice to know that CGO is also Sharia compliant, hence the certificate from Amani Advisors. So can you tell us, like, how is the redemption process? Is there even any redemption process with ComTech Gold?
So, okay, when we talk about a redemption process, again, it's in two parts. One is for the digital gold, other is for the tokens, which is CGO. So, for digital gold, if the customer wants the redemption, he can go to our app, select redeem in store option, and choose the vendor Kalyan, because we have partnered with Kalyan for redemption. So Kalyan is our basically redemption partner. They can enter the quantity of gold, example 5 grams, and they would redeem, that they would check the box of terms and conditions and submit the request. Hereby, the voucher will be generated, which will be equivalent to AED of the same 5 grams quantity. And this voucher is valid for 1 year and can be taken by the customer, used by the customer throughout that year at any of the Kalyan stores across UAE. Now coming to the tokenized gold, which is like the token CGO, if the customer wants, he has to hold a minimum of 1000 grams or 1000 tokens of CGO, because one CGO is equivalent to 1 gram of gold, and for the conversion and redemption, it has to be a bar itself. So 1 bar is equivalent to 1000 tokens. So for the customer to redeem, he should be having 1000 tokens at least. So what he can do is, if he wishes to redeem, they can initiate the process by sending an email to us at info@comtechgold.com. And then we will provide them with our escrow wallet address. Once they transfer the tokens to our wallet, we can just go ahead and cancel the DMCC trade flow warrant against that bar and release that bar and ask TransGuard to initiate delivery to that customer.
So the redemption process is streamlined. And congratulations on the partnership with Kalyan. It's a very reputable gold brand, and of course, they have their own physical stores when it comes to gold. ComTech Gold is using XDC Network, as you mentioned earlier. How do you think this decision benefited ComTech Gold?
See, we have to understand charges or transaction cost for the gold. They are very minimum. There is very thin margin in the entire process. So we have to be very careful on choosing which blockchain network we are using it, and to ensure that we don't spend much on the time, because it is very time critical. Within, I would say, in half an hour, the dynamics of the gold industry changes. So we have to be very careful. So we chose the network, which is XDC Network, which is very fast. It can, the transactions are done within 2 seconds. That's the maximum time, I would say. The gas fee is practically negligible. So that ensures that the price of the gold is not fluctuating too much due to the blockchain that we are using.
Right. Again, I couldn't agree with you more. XDC Network having this tech stack. So yeah, ComTech Gold and XDC Network, they perfectly aligned when it comes to tokenizing RWAs. Can someone share me the roadmap of ComTech Gold? What should we look for? What should we eye for in the future?
So ComTech has an ambitions plan, and we are almost getting there. I would say we have already started with tokenizing silver as well, and we have tokenized 1.4 tons of silver. And starting next year, we'll be also launching the silver tokens for the people, for end user to even invest into. So that is the first thing. Second thing is, like, once the whole idea is any asset that we tokenize can be actually has an exponential growth. So the whole idea is we have an option to even tokenize water or oil, which can see in very near future. And once the tokens are created, it can be leveraged for for other financial benefits, like it can be also used as a collateral within the DeFi and trade-free projects. Broadening the utility based on the movement of the price. And CGO has already joined hands with various DeFi and TradeFi like V5 and XDC Trade Finance. We have also developed a white label solution. The platform includes the APIs for the key functionality, not only for the price feed, but also for buying, selling, and including token minting, burning. All these facilities are available with the APIs. And it can be also extended to custody services for both physical as well as the digital assets. Additionally, we support the pledging of the physical asset by blocking the tokens and then putting it for lending or borrowing. At CGO, our vision is to empower the organization and the investor to have their own tool to make asset tokenization a very seamless part of the financial ecosystem.
Exciting roadmap. It's amazing to know that ComTech Gold already started tokenizing silver. And yes, more partnership, I hope, not just from Wi-Fi, but to the broader ecosystem XDC Network. And I can't wait to learn more of exciting partnerships in terms of the white label solution that you have. Ritika, Jignesh, if one of our viewers would want to know more about ComTech Gold or even invest to digital gold, where can we find you?
Okay, so to reach out to us, you can always write to us at info@comtechgold.com or WhatsApp us at 800-ComTech. And for investment purpose, of course, we do have an ComTech app. So for digital gold, you can just download our ComTech app and start investing there. For the tokens, you can just reach to the exchanges like ByteTrue, Bitmart, and LBank, even XSwap. And therein you can just start buying the CGOs.
Wonderful. As long as you have internet, you have their mobile app, or you are trading in one of the centralized exchanges, you can find CGO. So yes, all of the details and even the links that Ritika has mentioned, it will be placed under the video description. And any final message to our viewers?
So I would say right now, cryptos are going, skyrocketing. Gold prices are going out. It is a very rare event. And if you want to, encash on it, this is the right time. I would say go ahead and buy as much gold as possible. And the best option is through crypto gold, which is CGO tokens, or digital gold through our app. Don't miss out this opportunity. Once the train is missed, you'll never see it again.
Right. Join now or get left out. So yes, Jignesh, Ritika, thank you so much for joining the podcast and sharing your insights, how ComTech Gold works and everything about digital ownership of gold. So for our viewers out there who wants to know more about XDC Network, please go to www.zinfin.org. If you have any question or anything, please register and participate to our forum discussion, www.xdc.dev. So keep learning, keep exploring until the next episode. Bye.